Hello guys, welcome to the life of a Nigerian mom living in Ghana. So still talking about my delivery. The last video I posted ended on Saturday while I was showing all the exercises I did while at 8 weeks pregnant. So down to all that transpired during my delivery. So that Saturday night I went back to the labor ward and I couldn't sleep. It was a tough experience. The pain was going off and on just like that, but it became intense at some point. So fast forward till Sunday morning, I was checked and they said I was 3 cm dilated. So from Saturday morning till Saturday afternoon till Sunday morning, it was just 1 cm that was added. Okay, I felt okay, no problem. We got this. So I continued, and then later on there was this other pregnant woman that we also exercising together, but unfortunately on Sunday I did not do any videos. I didn't make videos because I was in so much pain and my sister didn't come to the hospital early, so I didn't make videos. I was in pain. I couldn't make videos. I couldn't set camera, and moreover there were also a few other pregnant people there, so I just wanted to respect people's privacies and all. And you know, like I already said, this is not Nigeria. I live in Ghana, so their stuffs are different. The way they do their things here are quite different from how we do ours. So then fast forward till this other pregnant woman, we started exercising together. They would tell us to go and walk around, that we shouldn't sit in one place. Yes, if you're in labor, they would always tell you to walk around, don't sit in one place. So we went and started climbing the hospital stairs. This woman was also 3 cm dilated on Sunday morning. So we're both climbing the stairs, and they checked her later at about 10, thereabouts. They said she was 5 cm. At about 11, she was already 8 cm, you know, just like that, 10 cm. And she gave birth around 12:1, while I was still at 3 cm dilated. Oh God, I was in pain. They said I was not contracting. They said I was not dilating. Damn, the pain was out of this world. Afternoon, the person we were exercising together already gave birth. I was already looking at her and her child, and you're telling me that I'm not contracting and I'm not dilating and I'm in so much pain and I've been in labor since yesterday. Hello? I told them at some point the pain was too much, and this pain was not even, it was becoming more intense. Like, it was becoming intense. So I went to them and I said, okay, can you people please give me epidural? They said I need to request for it. If I had requested for it on Saturday that I came, they would have made it available. But since I did not request, they didn't make it available. I said, okay, so what are we going to do? Because right about now, I don't think I can do this no more. 3 cm? What happens when I get it, before I get to 10 cm? Hello? So they said they can't give me epidural, and I think they said aesthetics, or I don't know, they said there are some people who usually give epidural, that it's not the job of a midwife to give epidural. I said, okay, so what am I going to do now? They said I have to bear it. It's labor pain. My dear, I bear this pain. 3 p.m. I was still 3 cm dilated, and I was like, what? The pain was out of this world. At some point my sister came and she was like, let's go and walk. I said, walk where? I can't even get up. This pain is too much. They would come and check and say, you are not dilated, what's happening? At some point the midwife said my cervix was inside, so she tried to dip her hand in my body and then tried to pull my cervix forward. That was another pain on its own. Like, it was another pain on its own. That pain was out of this world, and I was like, okay. So that one passed, and then I was in pain. This pain was tough. So I said, okay, 3 cm dilated. I went to meet them. I said no. Okay, so at I think around 4, they said I was 5 or 4 cm. They said I'm getting to 4 cm, but not completely 4 cm. So they will just give me 3.5. I said at 4 p.m. So it means if care is not taken, I will carry this labor to the next day. I said no, please. People should come and book me for CS. I am tired. Book me for CS and bring out this baby. They were like, no, you don't have any reason to be booked for CS. You are okay. The baby is okay. You don't have placenta previa. You don't have any problems at all. You are okay. You are healthy. The baby too is healthy because my baby's heartbeat was constantly checked. It was constantly checked. He was doing fine. He was breathing well. And I was like, but I'm in pains. I don't even see myself being able to push by the time it gets to 10 cm, because by then all the energy would have been exhausted by pains. So I don't think I'll be able to do this. They said I shouldn't talk like that. So my sister went, she bought me food. Hey, I said I can't eat though. Everybody in the labor room were like, you have to give yourself energy, you have to give yourself hope, you have to try, you have to eat something, you have to. I was like, you people don't know what I'm going through here. You people don't understand what I am going through here. I am going through hell. I'm going through pains. And all you can say is what? Oh no, please. I'm going through so much pain. I can't deal. I can't do this no more. And they were like, you can. Then one of the nurses went to tell my sister that I was requesting for CS, and my sister came, and my sister was like, why are you requesting for CS? I said, because the pain is too much. I can't do this no more. And she said, you can. The nurses were like, you're going to push out your baby. We can't book you for CS. You don't have any reason to be booked for CS. You are healthy, your baby is healthy, your baby is breathing fine, you're also doing fine. It's the pain, it's labor pain. That's how it is, my dear. Labor pain is fire, like hell itself. It was at that point that I realized that God really laid curse on women. Like, what? And I said, okay. The pain was, it was serious. It became more and more intense. Still, they said I was not dilating. Later, 4 cm. Then I think at about 5 thereabout, I was checked. They said 5 going to 6 cm. I said, really? But the pain, oh my God, the pain was too much. The pain was unbearable. At some point, I was so scared that by the time it gets to 10 cm, I might not be able to push because the pain, I was already becoming weak. I was getting tired. It was too much. I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't getting myself. I wasn't getting my body anymore. Damn. I said, please, people should book me for CS now. People should just take this baby out. They said, no, your baby is in the right position. Everything is supporting vaginal delivery. Why do you want to opt for CS? I said, because the pain is too much. I don't think I'll have the energy to push. And they said, stop saying that rubbish from your mouth. Stop saying that rubbish. Stop talking like that. I said, okay. So I waited. I was in pain. Oh my God, I was in pain. I was screaming. I couldn't sit. I couldn't stand. I couldn't do nothing. So by the time it was around 6 in the evening, I was checked again and they said I was already 8 cm dilated. At this point, I was taken to the delivery room. They said I should just be there so that when it gets to 10 cm, I don't have to wait anymore. So they prepared everything, waiting for it to get to 10 cm. I was there. Mom, at this point, the contraction was coming with intensity, like immense intensity, very serious pain. So it was coming and going and coming and going. This time around, it's more intense, it's faster, it's pain. Like the pain had increased till like times 20 or times 100. I don't even know. But my waist, it was as if I should just give from my waist down. I should give it to somebody and say, hold it first though, and after the labor I'll come for it. It was too much. So I was like, okay, so this is it. Then immediately I was moved to the delivery room. I was there, they were preparing everything. I started feeling cold, like it started raining. Heavy rain started, breeze started blowing, it started raining heavily. The windows were open, curtains were blowing. I was in labor. The contraction was heavy. The pressure was coming. I called the nurse. I said, I can no longer wait. I can't wait. She said, okay, if you start feeling this contraction, push. I said, okay. Then that was when I started pushing. They said push. At this time I was weak, but I had to try my best for my baby. I was pushing my child. They said push. I pushed. They said push. You are not pushing. Hey, did I even forget to say I did not even know when my water broke. I don't know if my water broke or they were the one that busted it themselves, because I can't even remember. I can't remember my water breaking. I can't remember anything like that. All I know is that I was in pain. I didn't see water breaking or anything like that. So it was serious. I had to start pushing. I pushed for some time, like, about some time. So then they said push. You are not pushing. Then at some point they say, okay, you are doing it, continue. And at some point they say, we can see your baby's head, don't stop. Boom, I pushed out my son. Oh my God, he was placed in my chest with that little cry, nya. Before I pushed out my son, I had a sharp cut in my VJ. They used scissors to cut my body. Oh my God. That pain wasn't that serious at the time, because the labor pain was more. Imagine cutting someone without anesthesia or anything. Yes, the person didn't feel that pain as much, but I knew that I was being cut, and I knew I was going to be cut before I even started, before I entered the delivery room, because I knew how tight my body was, and I knew that I was going to have episiotomy. So after I pushed out my baby, they took care of my baby, and then that was the part I started feeling pains, because they started stitching my body that they had cut. Oh my God, no anesthesia, nothing, no medication was given, no injection was given to numb the pain. It was raw. I felt it undiluted. It was raw like that. They stitched it. The woman was like, I'm sewing it very well, okay, so that you can enjoy yourself later. Then after when she was sewing, she said, hey, I don't even sew my clothes this nice. Look at the way I've stitched this thing for you, so nice. Oh my God. Like, I know if you even slapped that woman, because she's an elderly person. Moreover, it's her job she's doing. So hey, the pain was out of this world. Then after I had put to bed, I went to the ward, and my sister was already making video calls. My baby was she was already calling my other siblings in Nigeria, telling them I had put to bed, telling them I had a normal delivery, because it was I'm among my mom's kids, I'm the first person to give birth through the vagina, and they were like, oh, they're happy for me. So I came out and we were on call. I was telling them about my experience and all. After a few minutes, I decided to get up. This is where it got crazy. This is where it became tough. Okay, so immediately I got up. Blood. There were blood everywhere, like all over the place. The place I was sitting, I quickly took pad, wore another pad. Immediately I was putting that pad was soaked. Like, the nurses came and they were like, you are bleeding. Piam! I was rushed back to the delivery room at about 7 p.m. Damn, guys, come and see. This is the second level of pain. Like the second level of pains. So they rushed me back to the delivery room to get me examined to see why the pain was still, like, why I was bleeding. So at first the nurses, the midwives were like, we told you to go and pee after 10 minutes, but you were there making calls. So they were blaming me for making calls and all. So I was like, really? Oh, I'm sorry. They said, it's not you are sorry, you will feel pain, it's your fault, so you feel pain. They started putting something in my body. to bring out clots of blood. It was painful. Remember, I had been stitched already, so it was painful. These things they were doing, no anesthesia, no nothing to numb the pain. Nah, I was feeling the pain raw, undiluted. So they tried to clean me up and wait. I was still bleeding. It was at this point they tried to press my stomach to see maybe is the womb, maybe the womb hasn't gone back to its normal position, or I don't know. They were pressing my stomach, trying to press my stomach. So one person was pressing my stomach, the other person was putting something in my VJ to bring out a clot of blood. God, come and see pain. Hey, so after that, they still checked and they realized I was still bleeding, and the chief midwife was like, "What's going on? Why is she still bleeding?" This is the time it got crazy. So she was like, "Okay, what's going on?" Then she checked me, and then when she checked me, she had to put something in my body, open my body to see what was causing bleeding inside my VG, only for her to realize that my cervix has been cut while I was trying to push. Okay, so she said, "Oh, cervical tear. She has cervical tear." I was like, "What?" And now this is where it gets dirty. They had to bring different things to clip my VJ area, like my what's it called? My clit was clipped. Every part of my VJ was clipped, and then something was put inside my VJ to open it. Remember, I have been stitched already. Something was now put inside my VJ to open it so they can see very well. So after opening it wide, they had to start stitching my cervix. Oh my God. This was the point I screamed the hospital down. Like, I literally screamed. I screamed from at about 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. in the evening. That was when they finished. They finished stitching. Oh, it was crazy. I was screaming before they finished everything. The pain was out of this world. So after all the stitches, then they were like, okay. Then I had lost so much blood at this point. So much blood. So they said, "Can you stand up? How do you feel? Because they had just removed the oxygen that they placed me on. So she started asking how I was faring, how I was feeling, if I was feeling any sign of dizziness, or anything that maybe sign of my eyes turning, or sign of falling, or anything like that. If I felt like falling down, or if I felt my eyes were rotating, or the house was rotating, or whatever, I told them no, that was okay, that was fine. And they were like, okay, no problem. So I walked to the room. A nurse, the midwife, accompanied me to the ward, and I went there to meet my baby. My baby was already lying on the bed, sleeping, waiting for me. My sister was there watching over him. So, yeah, that was all that transpired. Oh, the voice you're hearing is the voice of my son. So, yeah, that was how I gave birth. Now, the few things I learned from my experience, with the cervical tear and all, I think it could have been avoided if I had epidural. It could have been avoided because the labor pain was out of this world. It was really out of this world. So because the pain was extremely much and I had labored for a long time, so I was too weak to continue laboring. I was scared that by the time it gets to 10 cm, the pain would be more and I would not be able to push. So I started pushing at about 8 cm or 8 points, It didn't, I don't think it got to 10 cm before I started pushing. No, that was why my cervix got torn. Yeah, so this can be avoided if, you are a mom that is, you are a first time mom, you are expecting, or you intend to get pregnant in the near future, I think this would help. Yeah. So just try and wait. But if you are the type that when you are feeling normal menstrual pain, you are rolling on the ground, please don't even opt for vaginal delivery. Don't just when you've waited to the point, maybe 38 weeks, 39 weeks, 40 weeks, you can just opt for elective cesarean section and go and deliver your baby, because the labor pain, wallahi, you can't do it because the normal the what's it called, the menstrual pain is just like 2 cm dilation. Like it's like 2 cm compared, because I've had growing up, I used to have this very serious menstrual cramp whenever I was in my period, especially the first day and the second day. Yeah. So as the day progresses, the pain reduces. But you see, labor pain, it doesn't come close to it, especially when it gets to 5 cm going upwards. Oh, leave it, just forget it. It is extremely, the pain is out of this world. And if you are laboring for a long time, oh, it's going to worry you, it's going to tell you, it's going to disturb you. So if you know that because now I'm calling it ordinary menstrual pain, because before I used to think, oh, it's too painful, but I've seen something that beats it hands down, and that's labor pain. If you know that if you're feeling ordinary menstrual pain, and you be rolling on the ground, it's as if you want to buy, please don't even bother going for VJ delivery. Please just help yourself, help your baby, help your life, help yourself, spare yourself the pain, because I'm telling you, if you feel the pain to an extent, you will still opt for that cesarean session. Wallahi, this is me being honest with you. So please, for educational purposes, don't even bother, because the pain of labor is out of this world, I am telling you. Except you have a epidural. Yeah, except you are being given epidural. If you are being given epidural, good and fine, you can bear the pain. Yeah, the pain will be mild, it will be calm. But if you are not given epidural and you are not opting for epidural and you don't know what epidural is, or it's you can't find it where you are delivering your baby, then forget it. Please just tell them they should book you for elective cesarean section. Okay, just tell them to book you for CS so that you can deliver your baby without that so that you know that the pain you feel is the after pain, like recurring pain. By then you must have saved yourself the stress of labor, pushing and all, and you would have seen your baby, healthy and alive and all. So I think that would be best. Yeah. So yes, and another thing that I need to educate some people about, you see this labor thing, you can be 2 cm dilated for 3 days, and within 1 hour you get to 10 cm. I knew from my experience. I mean, when the nurses were saying, "Oh, don't worry, it can right now, it will happen," and I was like, I beg, people are trying to whine me. 2 days, 1 day, more than 24 hours. I've been how many cm? Now you are telling me it automatically under 1 hour, 2 hours, I'll just get to 10 cm. How possible is that? It's true. It is very, very possible. You can just go from 0 to 100 once, and you deliver your baby. Yeah, so you can have that. It can happen. It doesn't go with time. Yeah, and you can be lucky. You have a very short labor, under 2 hours, from 0 cm, 1 cm, 2 cm to 10 cm, and you're giving birth to your baby. Because the next day in the morning, that Monday morning, at about 4 a.m. in the morning, a certain woman walked into the labor room with her husband, and when they came into the ward, she was taken for examination. I think she was some she was dilating, so they give her, she was admitted, and before you knew it, pam, 5 6 a.m. she was already, her water had broken, and they rushed her. Before you know, cry of a baby, pam, and she gave birth. You see, though that's not her first child. Yeah, that's not her first baby. She already had a child before. So yeah, it happens like that. So there is no, you can't. This thing, there is no manual to it here. So just do what works for you. But if you know that menstrual pain kill, like if you feel, oh, this world, the whole world is on top of your head, please don't even bother to go for normal delivery. Just go for CS. As long as you're alive, you're healthy, your baby is alive, it's also a safe delivery. Okay, CS is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. If you have the money, just do it and rest. Though it comes with its own pains, complications, and all. But me, now that I've been stitched in and out, it's going to take some time for me to heal, for my body to heal properly, and I'm going to give it all the time that it needs to heal. So yeah, that's it. Just do you, okay? Just do you. Just be happy. Just carry your pregnancy with grace. I wish everybody, any pregnant woman watching this video, I wish them safe delivery. May you deliver like the women of Hebrews. May you have a safe delivery, mother alive, baby alive. If you have twins, triplets, mother alive, babies alive. All this I wish all of you in the name of Jesus. Even if you bleed, you will come out alive. God will see you through. The God that also did it for me, pray that God will do it for you too. Okay, God saved me, because a lot of women did not make it from bleeding. Bleeding is one dangerous thing after delivery. A lot of women had passed because of bleeding, so it is very, very dangerous. So I will advise that you just wait until the nurse says, oh, you are 10 cm dilated, you can push now. Then you start pushing, because my experience was a tough experience. So luckily for me, I had built a lot of blood. Yeah, because I think during the second trimester of my pregnancy, I was checked and they said my blood was low, my PCB was low, so I had to start building. I was even referred to nutrition at some point. So the nutrition gave me some guidelines, some things, some home, stuff, some things that I can take that will help boost my hemoglobin. Though I was taking normal medication, I was taking the normal pregnancy iron medication, but it wasn't working. Like, it wasn't enough. I needed to build more, because the baby was also growing, developing, and he was taking from me too. So it wasn't enough for the two of us. I had to start doing extra. So I'm going to try and post a video on that, how I built my blood during pregnancy, so that people can also see and watch and learn. So that if there's anybody who is currently pregnant and needs help on how to build their blood, so that it can be of help to you too. All right, guys, this will be all for now. So that was how my pregnancy journey went and my delivery journey. It was tough, but God made everything possible. God made everything easy. God was there with me. I shouted, Jesus, 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 oh Jehovah, oh Iradi. I screamed. It wasn't easy, but we came out victorious, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, it's not the obstacle that we faced, but how victorious we came out. And thank God we come out very, very victorious. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. See you guys on our next video. Bye bye.